When you check the African history, you will understand a whole lot of things why the Western nation don't want Africa to practice militarized government. A whole lot of African nations today that are practicing democracy have not been able to give them anything good. But they cannot pull out of democracy because of the Western nations say regarding democracy. But when you take a look at the people that actually built this nation to the standard where they are at this point in time, it was when this nation practiced a sole governance, like military or other kind of leadership. Like in Nigeria, for example, when Nigeria was practicing military government, that was when Nigeria built all their airports, a whole lot of them. That was when Nigeria built the specialist hospitals. That was when Nigeria built the universities. That was when Nigeria built the polytechnics. That was when Nigeria built the roads that they are enjoying till today. Now, since when Nigeria have embraced democracy, Nigeria have not been able to create a new road one since 1999. Nigeria have not been able to build a federal university since 1999. Nigeria have not been able to build one specialist hospital since 1999. Nigeria have not been able to accountable for their expenditure since 1999. Whereas what makes Buhari to jail Abros Ali was because Abros Ali's misused 1 million naira. Not that he diverted it. The purpose at which the federal government gave it to him was not the purpose that he used it for. This is the same nation, the same Nigeria, the same people, the same black skin. Today, people are looting billions and trillions of naira and nothing is happening to them. And where are they using this money? Where are they exporting this money to? The Western nation. Western nations know a single fact that the day Africa militarized their government, that day Africa get it right. That day the Western nation start to understand that Africans are the number one people in the world. As we are clamoring for good leadership, know this today that Africans cannot get good leadership in democracy. There is no way democracy will lead Africa right. There is no way. Democracy cannot lead Africans right. Democracy cannot develop Africa. Democracy cannot liberate Africa. Why? Because the democracy does not have the tenacity to liberate people. Democracy does not have the ruggedity to liberate Africa. It is only militarized government that can liberate Africa. And it is only militarized government that can develop Africa. It is only militarized government that can take back our natural resources from the Western nation. The Western nation knows this. That is the reason why they are fighting it tooth and nail to make sure that Africa does not militarize their government. That's the reason why they will supply whoever ammunitions to make sure that military does not take over a nation. Very soon now, you will hear that this Tanzanian president, this woman, the France and the US and the British and the Germany, they are coming there to make sure that coup does not happen. But they know very well that it is only military that can set Africa free. It is only military that can liberate Africa. They know this very well. That's the reason why they are fighting it every night and day to make sure that there is no African country that militarize their government again. Imagine if Senegal were to be a militarized government with their resources. Imagine if Congo were to be a militarized government with their uranium, with their resources, with their fish. Imagine if Nigeria were to be a militarized government with this kind of knowledge, with this kind of awareness that we already have regarding natural resources. Imagine if South Africa were to be a militarized government. The Western nation know this. This is the reason why they don't want Africa to be a militarized zone. This is the reason why. But when you go to the Asia continent, a country that does not have military as their president, they have somebody who has the military mind. Example, the China. For the fact that their president is not a military personnel, his mind, his mindset, his orientation is like that of the military. This is one thing, this is one truth that the Western nation know. And this is the reason why they are using religion, they are using agreement, they are using some devilish MOU, some devilish documents to tie the leader's hand and make sure that no other country become militarized country in Africa. They make sure that they supply as much weapon as they can to make sure that coup does not happen in any African state. Since when Ibrahim Traore become the president of Burkina Faso, same with Niger and Mali, what has been the GDP of France? Has it increased or it has dropped? Imagine all these countries that are using CFA in Africa, they now change to their own currency. What will happen to France? Imagine all the countries that are using dollar in Africa, they now change to their own domestic currency. What will happen to those people? Imagine Africa sits down as a united people and say, from today we no longer buy goods to currency. We want to be doing trade by barter. If we give you gold, you will give us this product. With that method alone, we retrieve all our natural resources that have been stolen, that have been looted from Africa. They know this. This is the reason why they don't want military government anymore in Africa. And one day it will happen. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. As they are planning bio-pandemic, as they are planning bio-diseases on Africa, same Africa is supposed to stand up and say no to these things. Look at Namibia, a military-minded woman, a military mindset person. These are the kind of people that we need in leadership. Not people like Cameroon president, Uganda president, Nigeria president. Not people like that.